Welcome back to episode 11, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We just had our first dragon fight.
First.
There's a lot more dragons on there.
We're gonna kill them all.
So you guys rejoin with the dwarves at this circle that appears to be a tower that long ago fell, where they had held against the hill giants and then tried to fend off the white dragon. They turn towards you and say, "Let's make our way to camp. There's a lot more dwarves with us, and they're gonna want to bury Brimbor. You're welcome to join us, of course."
Lead the way. I think as we walk, I kind of... First I turn to Erlon and I go, that was some very, very courageous swings you did back there, Erlon.
I had to do what I could for everybody.
And if it had been anybody else, Melee and Gilroy, I would have said that Torm would have looked down on you guys standing all the way back there. But God, do I wish I had a bow.
Just happy to help.
Eventually, you reach the dwarvish encampment, and the groups embrace as the dwarves are reunited, joined once again. The oldest looking of the dwarves, he calls out, "Falrock!" which is the dwarf that invited you guys. "I thought you fell to the giants, and then I saw Grimnarl's kin making his way south, yet here you are." Falrock responds, "Aha! If there's one thing I remember from our days back home, it's how to take down a giant. Yet our new companions, they did much more than that. They killed the beast, finished our oath." And the older dwarf looks towards the ground, contemplating for a moment. "Well done, friends. Well done. Clan Groven will live on, and our charge is done. Come, rest by the fire."
Thank you.
And all the dwarves set about kind of doing camp work now, with the exception of the ones who came back from that battle, who sit about the fire and get a bit of a rest in. I put you guys all at max health because we're going to be taking a long rest here.
Sweet.
And the oldest looking of the dwarves, oh, remember, you're dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You have nothing. He is covered in a linen tarp, kind of, as they carry him on back. And they lay him down in front of the older looking of the dwarves, who introduces himself as Miskapar. And he goes, "Poor Brimbor, how was the fight?"
Songworthy.
He fought bravely.
Yes, he was one of the younger of us, and a fool. But
Seems a little unceremonious.
strong-willed. When we made this trek, we expected none of us would come back alive.
I take it you had a grudge of sorts, a oath taken?
Yes. Grimnarl the Great. He destroyed our home back in Caradmorn. So we swore to avenge our clan. We killed Grimnarl, and then we killed his mate and their children. And this was the last of their children.
See, that's very honorable of you.
Quite a story.
Yes. I presume there was more of you when this started out?
I was. Clan Grimnar was great. For 200 years, we built our halls, delved deeply, and did well for Caradmorn. Then Grimnar appeared. Grimnar. That beast. Somehow snuck its way into our halls. Froze it over solid. We couldn't forgive him.
I'm sure Torm and Moradin smile down on you.
At least today they do. We didn't expect any help. Well done.
Didn't expect to fight a dragon.
Now, we're gonna bury poor Brimbor here. You're welcome to some of the venison. And the ale is from Carid Morn.
We thank you. It's not often we get to experience the hospitality of dwarves.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. With that, Draught, a very broad dwarf, a bit of a dirty face and darker skin, picks up Brimbriar and brings him to the outskirts of the camp where they begin to dig a nice hole for him.
Can I follow them, actually?
Sure.
Okay. So, I just kind of go with him for like the ceremony, and I say he fought bravely, like I said before, and I will pray that my ancestors lead him to the halls of his fathers.
And Miskapar, he goes, in spirit, yes. It's sad he'll never return to his true home. His sacrifice won't be forgotten. Nor will your bravery. We brought a lot of supplies for a long trip. It's been cut short. But what we do have, something special we could offer you. Black powder. Barrels of it. You ever heard of the stuff?
No?
I don't know if I have. No.
Almost certainly no. Maybe. More potentially yes. If you'd like to roll, it would be an intelligence check.
19.
Sure, it's a powerful study of alchemy. You can make black powder and refine it. Explosives non-magic users can take advantage of.
It does come in handy.
Feel free to take as much as you want.
What's it do?
It'd blast the side of this hill out.
Well, then we'll surely have use of it at the fort.
Chantel goes, good thinking, Leander.
I have plans every now and then.
After they bury Brimbriar, Draught and Miskapar speak for a moment about recovering the dragon. And throughout the evening, you guys rest by the fire, eat and drink. And they take out that wagon and return about 3 hours later with this baby.
Nice.
Barely hanging.
It's a wagon.
Draping over it. And Miskapar turns towards you around the fire, pats it on the tail, and he goes, "Anything you want to claim? A tooth, an eye, it rightfully belongs to you."
I'll take a horn.
All right. Hack off a horn for you, pass it on down.
I still have 2 dragon bones from our very first session. Green
And
dragon
what if
those?
it, oh no, it would be a black dragon one, because the one that we found in by Helmtop was
That was
black.
it was a green dragon,
Green,
which was
okay.
particularly strange to you.
Right.
Because there's no reason a green dragon would make their way into the Algor range. They
Right.
chill in jungles and
Yeah.
stuff.
I think Leander would. I don't know. I'll say two.
A tooth!
I was gonna say 2 teeth and like a talon. Would
Okay.
be cool.
Yeah, hey, hack away for you.
Put on a couple scales.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still take
I'll
one
trade ya.
together. There's plenty of scales to go around.
Right, Leander's like 2 teeth and a talon, and then when you guys are like getting scared, like, oh!
He handed out a bundle with 2 very sharp, pointy teeth and 1 razor-sharp talon. And he goes, "Of course you want the scales. Everyone wants the scales, so we'll do our best." And they take out their carving knives, but it takes them the sum of like 2 hours to get you a sizable chunk of its wing.
I'm going to, I'm giving them each 10 gold for the trouble.
Okay. Thank you. That'll help on our way home.
I'm guessing we left like our furs and the like arts and jewelry.
You can presume you sold them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'd be 125, 725 for everybody.
As far as your total payment from
yeah.
that, yeah.
Well,
And then 600. So all in all, from last session, you should have 1325 more.
yeah, exactly.
If that means anything. And yes, they hack away at the side of this white dragon and hand to you 2 bundles, we'll call them, of white dragon scales and hide.
Okay. Thank you. I suppose I can clean any arms and armor. If
As
they'd like.
payment?
Yeah.
Sure.
It doesn't take me much. Just kind of go around passing my hand over some of the weapons and armor that looks well worn, mending it, and making it like new.
They're very grateful and give you a bow that causes their beards to nearly brush against the dirt. And then one of them, Drop in particular, he doesn't seem like much of a thinker. But he is rather kind-spoken. And he goes, Gilroy, this is fine payment. You seem to know what dwarves prefer and value.
It was an educated guess.
Oh, he looks towards you now. He goes, the gold is fine. But it's about keeping things in shape. Something that we value quite a bit. Our discipline. You'd be welcome in our halls.
That's quite the invitation. I would love to take you up on that.
It's a long trek west, but if you ever find yourselves in Karen Morn, find Clan Groven. We'll do what we can for you.
Thank you.
I think. Well, first,
And make sure you get some of the scales.
I think I go to Erlon, in reference to the kind of ceremonious burial they gave him. I think I say, couldn't have said better words myself, Erlon. That was very wise of you. I think they appreciated it.
Thank you. I've had to bury many friends, so the least I could do is help them, and they seem to be a very struggling clan, so anything I can do for them, I will.
I think it's a testament to your character. And then I go back over to the dwarves and kind of pointing at the dragon scales once again. How would you like for this much?
How much?
You hold up a sack of gold that I probably had been counting while talking to Erlon. 325?
350.
You got yourself a deal.
Once again, they go to work hacking away at the sides of this thing, and give you a large section of its tail that comes off rather cleanly.
Awesome. Yeah, I've got plans for
Picturing
this.
you just with a dragon tail like flung over your I know that's not the reality.
Like a scarf.
Just a dragon tail scarf.
Well, I wouldn't. That sounds pretty badass to me. No. I got plans for it.
No, it's a bundle of hide.
Yeah.
They just lop off the tail. Well, the dragon has max health too. The night goes by rather quietly. Is there anything else you guys would like to do around the fire among these dwarves?
Who was it? Miskapar, who's their leader?
Miskapar is the oldest of them, yeah. He's got a grayed beard and he wears robes instead of armor.
Gotcha. I'd like to approach him if I could.
Sure. And the stars are out. Everyone's just kind of staying to themselves mostly. You make your way up next to Miskapar, who's staring into the fire.
So I say to him, I was unsure about earlier, but did you say that this is the last of your clan?
This is all that's left. Grimnarl, he was ruthless. Took everything from us. Our children, our wives. So, that's why we were so vengeful. You might be able to understand.
Oh, I 100% understand. I have issue with the kingdom to the south for what they've done to me and my family.
You're not alone.
But I'm very sorry for your loss. I know no amount of gold or stories will bring them back, but I may be able to help you gather others to your side and make your clan, strong again. And I actually go to hand over the horn, and I say, this is of your people. It's helped me well, and I saw how well you responded to it. I think you should have it, and call others to Clan Groven's side.
His hands shake as he takes it from you.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, This is a part of us from when we were a much more honorable people. It beckons to days in the past that I remember so well. Before Farrenwell. Before we lost everything. You're a true friend of our people, Erlon. Clan Groven will not forget you. And when you make your way to the west, our halls will be lit once again. Tosses another log onto the fire and gives a blow to the horn, which causes great flocks of birds to go flying out, and it rings through the foothills.
Let's drink.
Yeah, all the dwarves take a big swing. And the ale is a very kind of nice spiced cinnamon ale. It's very drinkable. Gilroy, you having any?
Nope.
I was going to say, I'm going to need a constitution check from you.
I don't drink.
Anything more you guys would like to do through the evening?
I think I lean over to Melee and I go, dwarves don't always like me.
Can't imagine why. I'm glad for you.
And the starry night passes by, the morning sun rising in the distance. You get a very nice rest in the warmth of the ale, keeping you nice and comfortable throughout the night, even as the cold winds blow down from the north. And you get to appreciate the body of the dragon which you managed to slay, and your moment of heroism rings through your mind throughout the evening. And as the sun rises, you depart the dwarves and make your way deeper into the north. You hike for another day and another evening, camping out once again in the middle of the forest. So, it's rather calm. The only thing that keeps you awake at night is the howling of wolves. Gentel keeps low to the ground, tracking the boot steps of a great many peoples. She's certain that you're on the right path, and that you'll be there soon. Finally, you move through the foothills until you see before you a large structure. A wooden palisade. Wood and earth. I know, the Fog War's a little janky, but can't show you too much. Gentel goes, Here. They don't seem to have noticed us yet, but look. The watchtower. Seems like there's 2 guards on duty. What's our move? Guessing you guys kind of dash to the roadside.
Yeah. So what do we have in terms of black powder?
3 large barrels of black powder. The front of the fortress, where once a gate would hang, has been barricaded with a great many wooden barrels, crates, tables, and logs. Just a makeshift wall.
Right. So I think Lander, his plan at least, is we'll get one of the barrels ready so that we can just kick it and it'll roll down. Are we on a hillside almost? Or?
Yeah, oh yeah. This
Yep.
goes down into a small valley.
Okay. Yeah, so that we can just kick it down onto the roadside and let it roll down and hopefully bust open the gate. But in terms of the guards up there, perhaps you and Melee could take care of them?
It's all kind of woods on the side, right?
Mostly, yeah.
So Erlon could probably sneak along to the sides and set some smaller fires to distract him before we try and shoot him too.
True.
Yeah,
All right.
I can do that. My elven abilities allow me to disappear in the forest, so
Nice.
So would it be Erlon first in that plan?
I imagine I've got it like strapped to my back, and pretty much as soon as I run into the woods, just on.
All right. And you're going to attempt to approach towards the tower?
Yeah.
Well, just kind of so that they end up not
Looking-
paying attention to us immediately.
I mean, it's heavily forested, but you're able to make your way pretty much wherever you want to around here.
Yeah.
You don't want them to see the barrel rolling towards the...
And when you make it about this close is when you definitely crouch down lower and throw your stealth check.
Millie, did you end up with the boots of the Elven Kind?
17.
You're good.
Um,
There's two guards up there with crossbows. They do not know your approach. How close do you want to get? Close enough to throw a barrel?
Well,
Well, I think I'm just distracting first.
Yeah.
I was thinking about taking out the guards possibly, and then using the barrel to surprise everybody in there, but that'd be better for you.
I mean, if
I
you
can
and
give it a
Jen,
shot. Yeah. I mean, if somebody wants to come up with me, we can probably try to snipe them at the same time.
right, that was what I was.
Yeah.
Oh, Gentel could join you, or Melee. Whichever you guys would prefer.
I just kind of wave.
Looks clear.
I'll go up.
Okay. Melee, you sneak up. Throw me a stealth check, though. It'll be easier for you since you're essentially just following what Erlon did.
Yeah.
You're good, yeah. You guys both join up in the middle of the woods, the watchtower just through the tree line. You see the two crossbowmen glancing about down there, but no way they're going to find you. What would you like to do?
So, I mean, I'll take out one arrow and I'll knock it. So I go on 3,
Yeah. So,
All right, make your attack rolls.
and they have advantage, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Because you're attacking from an unknown location, so roll twice, take the higher.
and I'm using sharpshooter.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
22.
Yeah, you both definitely hit.
Nice.
Nice. Let's see the damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that is not a whole lot, 8 damage, but
All right.
16.
show off.
Then, thunk. One arrow right between the middle of the eyes. Thunk. One right into the shoulder. The man cries out, but you don't hear much of a response.
I was gonna say, if he's crying out, if Jantel doesn't take a shot, I think Leander grabs a javelin and runs up and tries to chuck it up.
He's
Well,
gonna
we-
charge through.
Do we have a chance to do our second attacks, or are we?
Oh
not-
yeah, go
true.
for it. Go for
Oh, I
it.
totally
So,
forgot about
as he
that.
cries out, I would imagine you like try to shoot him in the throat or something.
Yeah.
Right, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that's gonna hit for sure. How
Pretty
much?
much guaranteed.
18.
Yeah, he's done too.
Okay.
Good job, man.
He
Rather
gets like a
quietly.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Good.
Rather quietly, you guys managed to take out those two guards in the top tower.
Better shot than I am, that's for sure.
Leander, you note this? They give you the signal?
Well, if they want to scout ahead and see anything, if there's anything surround, like if they can see any buildings up inside the fort, or
The angle of it along with the tree line is going to make it difficult for them.
all right. Well then, Gilroy, if you could give this a light.
You light the fuse on one of the barrels.
And I
Give
kick it on its side and let it roll down the
All right, it rolls on down the hill.
back and forth.
Up the hill, down the hill. Slams into this. Sits there for a good 15 seconds.
Gilroy.
I start getting my like fire potion ready.
And then, kaboom! The whole space just explodes with a furious ignition. And you guys have busted your way in.
How'd you know we were gonna do that?
What do you mean?
Detail.
With the explosion.
And then, I made notes not to forget to do this. We'll reveal the rest of the area.
Okay. Did that guy next to the watchtower get like hit at all from the explosion?
Oh, yes! That guy was rocked back. He is a smoking pile of ruin.
Do we have another barrel?
Yeah, I have it on my back. I was gonna say everybody hold, and I'm just gonna throw it in there.
You're gonna throw it.
Well, we're on a hill.
We're behind a tree line.
I can go out and push it right down the front.
Will be okay. So you want to go to the road side?
Yeah, I don't mind revealing myself to everybody. Be like,
Right, maybe. Well, probably can't see
Maybe
Borkin
do you
yet.
follow him as to take a position at the opening and stuff?
I kind of want to stay by the side. I want to try and get onto the tower as soon as I have
Right.
the opportunity to.
Kind of climb your way up there,
Yeah.
past the palisade, or going in and around. I mean, you could make it attempted
Yeah.
either.
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know which to do.
if you hide in the woods and do like, try to climb up the
Just
from
try-
there,
yeah,
yeah.
I'll climb up.
All right,
Then
throw me an athletics check, and then you're pretty much just lighting one of these and kicking it down the way.
Just right in the center.
Okay, we'll be throwing initiative after this, but another barrel.
Can it be acrobatics instead
Sure.
Great.
That makes sense.
The
It's
dude with
15
flare.
Okay, that is
Yeah.
just enough.
Okay.
You managed to get atop the
Do
tower.
like a-
Yeah, that's more
Tumble.
swinging and
Yeah.
yeah.
Climbing up there. So this rolls on down the way.
And I just wave
Probably
at them
shouldn't
like this, just with a smile, big smile on my face.
A fail. And a fail. That roll 5d10.
Here.
1,
Here, try it.
3,
These ones are good.
4.
Let's
Four,
try
five.
it.
You wanna add
You
it
have
in?
5 in there.
Do I have 5? Oh, I do have 5. Erlon Barbarian. No math. Ooh. That's 10, 15, 25, 29, 34.
Come on! The
Nice.
barrel rolls into the middle of camp, exploding and taking out 2 more true Sarin rebels.
Fair enough.
You see, we gotta delete the dead guys. They're gone.
They're deleted.
They are deleted. Walking forward in front of the camp, the hooded figure himself, what appears to be Vorkin, gesturing out towards you. He draws a sword. Roll initiative.
Oh, come on.
Oh, where?
What'd you get?
A natural 1.
Oh, you were so surprised. You were so taken aback.
Yeah.
Oh god, there he is.
I imagine him just walking out of the explosion like a cool guy.
Yeah, right.
Melee.
7.
Oh, wow.
It
Gilroy.
took me a little bit.
5.
to get
Erlon. 1.
3.
3. Leander.
6.
Wow. Chantel. 13.
up. I'm good.
Yeah, she'll take the lead. So, Chantel goes first. Yeah, take a position down this way. Ready's an arrow, but it's kind of waiting on your go. Which brings us to the baddies.
Sorry, Melee. They're all over there.
Yeah, this guy starts trying to climb up this ladder. And they're just kind of grouping up at the front, battering their shields. Which brings us to Melee. Melee, that guy's climbing up the ladder.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit the guy that's climbing up the ladder.
Alright.
Yeah, which sharpshooter?
You should get advantage because he's just like kind of stuck.
Sure,
in
you can
the-
just shoot on down at him, why not?
Good thing.
Oh man.
So it's
9.
9. Yeah.
9 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss.
Well, I'm trying again.
11.
You still have advantage. There you go.
14.
Yes.
Kill this guy.
Nice catch.
As I say,
15.
Man,
yeah, that'll do it.
our D8 rolls haven't been very good tonight.
No.
Thunk. He falls on down, slams into the ground underneath the ladder, which is going to bring us to Leander.
I'll dash right on up
You
next
guys
to Erlon.
actually would have approached a bit further.
Yeah.
Ever since Erlon. So we'll kick you off there. You're gonna dash?
Well, no, I'll move up next to Erlon. Maybe a little bit in front of him.
Okay.
Did Vorkin roll for
For his own initiative?
yeah,
No. He's just among the...
Sarin.
Yep.
So what'd they get?
They got...
Probably higher than a 3.
Oh, yes. They actually got a 10, but they just moved up.
Right. In that case, I'll chuck a javelin at Vorkin.
Okay.
No. 9.
You miss. You do have a second attack, though, don't
True.
you?
I'll throw another one.
Second javelin!
It was gonna be a 19 and then another 9.
Nay. Yo-Roy.
Alright, look past all my friends and look up to Silas and say, one more for good measure, and then fireball right in the middle of all those guys.
Okay.
So they're doing deck saves.
How many
15.
fireball?
20 feet.
20-foot radius?
Yes.
20 by 20.
Yeah, I believe
So
so.
about yay big?
Uh,
I believe it's
no, that's tiny.
a 40-foot diameter.
Yeah, I could search real quick.
That's 20 by 20.
No, that's 16.
Huh? Yeah, one more. Come on! Just wanted to see if we could have a legitimate representation of it. Dexterity
A
save.
little late for that.
Succeed, fail, fail. Only the dude closest to melee.
What did Vor can do?
He failed.
That's 5. I need 2 more. D6s.
Oh yeah, take.
Scavenge.
Usually you have, the average.
Yeah! 9, 12, 14, 18, 23.
You kill those guys. And the other one would be taking 11 or 12? 11, right?
Yeah.
Orkin just disappeared off the map.
Yes, he
He's
did.
supposed
The man that was
Yeah.
cloaked like that appears to be a young true Sarin, and from behind the tents approaches a man who looks much like Vorkin.
You see, I knew as soon as he drew a short sword, I was like, all right,
Wow.
that's not the real Vorkin.
It's 20-foot radius.
Radius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so it's 40 feet wide.
Holy
No way!
Yeah.
That's, I just looked at it.
Okay,
That's why I was pretty sure, because I
Yeah.
remember the last few times,
Right.
I'm like, I think your fireball's supposed
Fail.
to be bigger.
Succeed.
8 by 8?
Yeah, it's
That's
ridiculous.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, semi 8 by 8.
Fail.
I keep, like, hamstringing myself.
Fail.
Sorry, I did 2 for like the first like.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, you
Sessions.
rip them apart with that, Joelroy. which is
There's
going-
4 left.
That blast absolutely sends them flying. Many of the tents burst into flames. Yeah, you destroyed a lot of the enemy force in one go there.
Alright.
Which is going to bring us to Erlon.
Yeah, so as soon as like my eyes see Vorkin, I just start screaming and summon Ualther just from. I don't even call to him. I feel like he just naturally comes to me, and I just rush in full speed
Okay.
as far as I can get, pulling out my greatsword.
5, 6, 7, 8. You're going straight for that Vorkin?
Yep,
That Vorkin.
that
one.
Vorkin though.
Boom. Alright, you make it right up to him. Which is going to bring us to Jantel. Who will shoot at the guy under the tower? It's going to hit. For enough to kill him. Wow. Which will bring us to the baddies. Who see this raging barbarian slam their way through with explosive barrels, and then rush up towards them
With a yelling ghost.
with a yelling ghost. And, they're going to attempt to surround you and slash out at you. There's going to be 4 attacks. A 15.
Hits.
A hit. 2. Hit. 3. And then Vorkin slashes at you. A hit. So they all hit. You're going to be taking a full 11 damage from those attacks as they surround you with your rage. It's going to bring us to melee.
I'm going to try and shoot the one that's injured.
Okay?
I don't work in catching any more of my arrows.
Ooh, that's a crit.
Crit.
This guy
I wish I had tried to hit Vorkin now, but that's okay.
Nice.
Well, you get another attack. So.
I do. Alright, so... 19.
Dead. Very much so.
Mhm.
Boom.
No, you didn't say it was a sharpshooter before.
Oh,
It's alright.
are you
It's,
sure? 'Cause it,
that already with that
That's
damage
okay.
there. Yeah,
Well, no,
you
that's
got
what
it.
I mean. Like you didn't call it. Okay.
oh, well, I didn't do the crit
Yeah.
thing either.
No worries.
Yeah.
Then your
It
second
all works
attack.
out.
I would just go for Vorkin.
No. I don't hit Vorkin.
Alright, an arrow sinks into the ground next to Vorkin. Leander.
I will run up 6 squares. I guess I've got my javelins in my hand, so I'll throw one at Vorkin.
Alright. However,
2.0.
as you glance down the way, is that Vorkin? Or is that one down that way Vorkin?
Which one down? Oh. I'll shift my attention to the one over there and take a throw.
Okay.
I'll make it a level 2 Divine Smite. if
Ooh,
I
a
can.
divine javelin.
Yeah. No.
Which means you don't have to make it divine.
Nope.
Second attack?
Nothing. Because I...
Out of javelins?
Yep.
Alright, that brings us to Gilroy.
I think I'll have to move up a bit for this one.
6 spaces?
Yeah, that's fine. And then out of the ground, and maybe out from the tent, that blue mist begins creeping and surrounding some of the Sarin, and they have to make wisdom saves. 6 of them, so the 2 Vorkins, and then 4 other guys, I guess, if there are 4.
There's only 3 at the moment, so 5 saves. A fail for Vorkin number 1. A fail for soldier number 1. Success. A fail. Ooh. And a success. So, soldier number 2 and 3 succeeded. Everyone else failed.
Alright, so they have -2 AC, -2 to Dex, can't take reactions, can either do an action or a bonus action, and no more than 1 attack.
Okay. They all get snails.
I've seen Vorkin fight in the past. He's very fast.
Yes.
So I figured if I could slow him down some,
Alright.
it would be good.
Which will bring us to Erlon.
Yeah. So seeing the spell do its work over him, I just look back to Gilroy and smile, and then I turn around to Vorkin and I just bring my greatsword crashing down into his shoulder, trying to injure one of his arms with a great weapon attack, reckless attack. And that is... Sorry. 13?
13? To hit that guy?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Cool. So this would be 2d6 plus 14. 8 plus 14, 22 damage.
Dead. Cut him down, unveiling the long blonde hair of a young true Sarin who took up the hood.
And I just yell out, "Where are you?" And I slash at another one next to whatever one is next to me.
All right.
Or is that a second Vorkin? Or
The second one is down this way over here.
down that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just hit one of the guys next to me just because I'm like pissed.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Yeah, this
I'm
is all
just-
trickery.
yeah, I'm just like swinging my sword wildly. And that is a 14.
Yes.
4, 6, 12 damage.
Well, slice! True Sarin gets a taste of Erlon's steel, which brings us to Giantel, who will attempt to finish him off. And most definitely will. Yeah, he's dead. Which brings us to the True Sarin. This one is going to begin to run away. And Erlon, you can make an attack against him if you'd like to.
Yep.
These two are slowly joining him.
13.
Yeah.
10 damage.
10. Cut. Yeah, he is limping his way out. This brings us to melee.
He's sharpshooter for New Vorkin.
Okay.
New.
Oh!
20.
You got him.
Well,
Natural
24,
20.
actually. So,
Hey.
That's gonna be a lot of damage.
so this times 2 plus the 13?
Yes.
15.
It's enough. You take him down. Oh.
I want to use my second attack on
The slowed one and an injured one.
the injured one.
Okay.
Not sharpshooter. Like overkill.
Not worth it.
14.
Yep.
5.
5.
So strong. Rolled like
Thunk.
2.
Taken out. Which brings us to Leander.
I don't think my sword is even drawn yet. I just kind of, as this guy's slowly, as he's like, trying to escape, but is slowed, I walk up to him. I'm gonna punch him.
A divine punch.
With a level 2 divine smite.
Okay.
Oh my god! Alright, I got a second attack. Sorry. I'm gonna use my precision strike with the plate.
Okay.
Alright. That's gonna be 9. 17. So, 17
Yes! The quick flash from your commanding plate. You bring back your shield and jab into this guy with divine strength.
15, 18, 20, 24.
And knock him out cold. He falls to the ground slowly. And everything goes quiet for a moment, with the exception of some clapping from deeper within the camp. You guys are given a moment to kind of reconverge if you'd like to.
I
Yeah,
want to
definitely.
stay up where I am, though.
Alright.
That's fair. Yeah.
How far out can I see from where I am?
With the exception, like, you can
That's
see
behind
over
something,
the
so.
entirety of the camp, no problem.
Yeah.
And you can see up the road quite well. But the tree line around you kind of obscures the rest of your vision. Partially the reason this fort was abandoned.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good job putting it in the middle of a valley.
Yeah.
That's even advantageous.
So I guess Erlon goes out of rage, right?
Yeah, well, I was planning on going forward still.
You just want to
Here, yeah.
run towards him?
Yeah, now that he's like clapping, like,
Oh, yes.
Tauntingly.
yeah, I don't want to let my rage go. It's
Alright,
keeping
let's
me
all
going.
re-roll initiative
Yeah.
then.
Well, then I quickly turn to Gilroy as we were reconverging, and I go, here, this is all set up.
Doesn't look great.
Alright. Actually, I gotta throw for tell real quick. You're doing pretty well. Melee,
12.
Leander,
1.
Gilroy.
13.
Erlon.
14.
Ooh, beat Borkin by 1 point. Jantel goes first, but she's gonna hold her action until she sees what you guys do with him. Erlon, go ahead.
So yeah, I just scream out, "You bastard!" and I run forward as fast as I can.
8 is exactly the distance you are away.
And the way I want to do it too is, it's going to be a reckless attack, not
Okay.
great weapon fighting, but I'm going to jump like over the fire with like the embers splashing around and just kind of hack it with all my momentum,
All right.
with my like the follow through of my jump. That is 26.
Oh yes.
7 plus 6, 13 damage.
13. Make your way across, slash right into him. Hit him for the full 13.
Alright, I'm going to go at it again. I'm going to try to sweep his feet with my second attack.
Yep, he's just barely unable to react fast enough to evade you after clapping at you.
And I want to try to make him not as nimble, so I'm like recklessly just kind of going at his like tendons and
Sure.
stuff. And that is 23.
Yeah,
Nice.
oh yeah.
That is 5. So 11 more damage.
11.
Nice.
Slice, slice. You slash into him, tearing through his cloak. He looks up at you, and now you notice the same flame in his eyes that you have in yours often. And he flies into a rage, spittle coming out of his mouth. He goes, "You've taken everything!" And he's going to make 3 attacks. A hit. A hit. And a hit. So he's going to be doing 16 points of damage with his 3 quick jabs that he brings down with reckless force. This is going to bring us to Gilroy.
I see Erlon charge up there, this guy go into a rage. I feel like I've got to hit him with all I've got. Unfortunately, I'm all spent on my best stuff. But I will lower my staff and unleash those familiar rays of fire.
Okay?
Like, so 12.
Nay.
20.
Yes.
Well, it was actually 13, but
Nay.
okay. And 17.
Yes.
So 4d6. Ten.
Alright. They, they blast into him. Melee.
I would just say sharpshooter
Yeah.
this guy.
Okay.
15.
No.
I'm gonna use my action surgeon.
Shoot again? Okay.
Again.
Nice.
22.
22.
Yes. He is going to attempt to catch it.
Yeah. Figured.
How much damage?
18.
18. He's going to be reducing that to 13 as he grabs the arrow midair, but it still sinks right into his chest. He is unable to whip it back at you with the amount of force that you put behind it. And he grits his teeth and he goes, "New tricks!"
With action surge, do you get to make another attack?
Yeah,
Do you
it's full
do an
action.
extra attack?
It's in full. You get another action. Every time you take the attack action, you can attack again?
Yes.
Then yeah, go ahead.
So,
Nice.
I'll do that.
Yes.
With sharpshooter.
Nice.
20. 15.
Alright. Thunk, thunk. 2 arrows sink on into him, notably not slowing him down in his rage. Though he was unable to catch either of them. Seems rather impressed by that. Leander, you go.
I will dash on up to Vorkin.
7, 8,
Make sure I'm next to Erlon.
You want to go the other way?
Well, I mean, if I could stand at, like, right there.
That's a fire pit.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll dash.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. This is going to bring us to Gentel, who will attempt to shoot him. He's gonna hit. Oh, I'm just rolling against myself. He's gonna get whipped back at her. Ow. For a lot. She grits her teeth. Erlon, here you go.
So, mid-battle, I'm like, I don't know if I should keep striking at him recklessly, and if I don't, it gives him more time and I don't do as much, so I'm kind of like waffling in my head a little, but I hear like Walter in my head probably just being like, bring him down.
Oh, yes.
So I activate the Flaming Greatsword,
Alright.
recklessly attack with my great weapon proficiency.
Yeah.
So, let's do this. So that is only a 13.
Not on that one.
Alright, let's try again.
Yep.
It's
No, it's cocked.
yeah. So that's only a 10.
Who, as you raise your great sword, calling out in the flame, beginning to heat through it, the metal becoming this orange hot. The flames from the bonfire and the embers seem to whip up in the air around it. But Vorkin moves with incredible quickness, dodging to the left and the right as you bring down the swings, and are unable to connect. And with that, he goes, Young Erlon! This doesn't end with me, you know that? He's gonna be making 3 attacks. A hit. A hit.
I'll make one of them just a normal. Because he does have advantage on all.
Right, right. He's gonna miss because of that. 15, so yeah. So he is going to be doing 16 points of damage in that flurry.
This is with a sword?
This is with his fists.
Okay.
The Vorkin likes using his knees a lot. He likes grappling people for a moment, slamming their heads into his knees, and then kicking out their legs, and then slamming into the side of their body with his knees and jabbing into their gut. He's just too fast. Which brings us to Gilroy.
Alright, I think I'll swing around the other side, like...
Down the path?
Yeah. Get out from between these two tents, sort of have a good view of him unobstructed by the fire and Erlon.
Yep.
And try to unleash my Scorching Ray again.
Old reliable.
Bzz, bzz, bzz. Yeah, I mean, it's my sort of best level 2 damage spell. 20?
Yes.
17?
Yes.
13.
Nay.
46
The old reliable 46.
Oh, no. 10 damage.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, Gilroy, we need more than that.
Melee, you go.
Sharpshooter.
Okay.
Just punk this guy full of arrows.
I like where I am. It's a good spot. 10.
No.
20.
Yes.
Nice. Alright.
17.
17? Okay. Which brings us to Leander.
I'm gonna give Erlon 25 points of lay on hands.
Okay.
You
nice.
feel me, you know, you probably sense me coming up behind you, but then you feel a hand on your back, you know, give you some more strength and energy as you whip up those embers and coals from the bonfire.
Thank you, Leander. Well, that's probably more like...
I was gonna say, you can thank me later.
Just spitting blood.
That's the turn. I guess
That's a
I can spend a bonus action. I'll give him another D4 from the shield.
It's a
Oh, yeah.
So 3 points. Extra 3 points of health.
Which brings us to the top of the round with Jantel, who will not shoot an arrow, but instead attempts to begin kind of stealthing around the outskirts of the battlefield. Makes it to about the side of these crates. Staying low and crouching to the ground, you see her unsheath an old-looking dark iron dagger, which brings us to Erlon.
Yeah, so the reckless attacking isn't working for me. So I'm going to try to keep my defense up and try to just, whenever there's an opening, just go at him. So I'm just going to 2 normal attacks.
Okay.
And that is 22
Yes.
for 14 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Second attack is an 11.
No.
Yep.
Which brings it to Vorkin, who spits on the ground and goes, "I am an idea!" and runs to Gilroy.
Attack of opportunity.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead.
25.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
I was grabbing 2d6 like I was throwing what you were.
Shannon and Summerlawn.
For 10 damage.
15 damage.
Nice.
Alright, he runs up to Gilroy. And he goes, "What business do you even have?" 3 attacks. And you get 19. An 8.
No.
And a 17.
No.
22 damage. Crack, crack! You feel your ribs break under these sudden jabs.
How much? 22 damage?
22.
Oh, Jesus.
How you doing?
Not good. 12.
Your turn, Gilroy.
Alright, I think... Let me know if this is not going to work, but I think I fall to the ground with those strikes, yeah, as my ribs crack. But then I reach into my robe and I try to place the immovable rod on top of his foot
Ooh, yeah!
and
Oh,
then
that's
speak
awesome.
the word.
Let me make a save on that.
Alright.
Natural 1.
And then I crawl away.
That's fair.
You use disengage? to
Yeah,
crawl away?
basically.
Okay, so you go to about there.
Yeah.
And he is lunging towards you and looks down with a shocked face. Clever! Which brings us to Melee. Melee, you have advantage. You can't move.
Just hit him in the head.
I'm using sharpshooter.
Yeah.
No. Yes. Oh wait, you had advantage, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 18.
Yes!
20.
Nice.
Alright.
Same time.
Okay. No. That one pings along the ground. He gets hit right in the shoulder with the first arrow, and then notices your location from where he's standing, and manages to just barely move back from the second one. Which brings us from Melee to Leander.
Yeah, and I think I definitely kind of run up next to him and hit him with my shield. Not necessarily knocking him down, but then trying to stab at him.
Sure.
And if it hits, it'll be a Divine Smite. Nope. Take another swing. 16?
No.
Oh my god.
Too slow, Leander! And he turns towards you, and with a legendary action, he's going to be making 2 attacks on you. A hit. 19 hit?
Nope.
I'll hit. 7 damage with your great armor.
Cool.
Which brings us to Jantel, who will take advantage of this, seeing what you've done, Gilroy. She charges out from behind the crates and is going to attempt to give him a good old stabberino. She misses. He's too fast, whips back, grabs the dagger out of her hands, which brings us...
As his foot is pinned to the ground.
Yes,
yeah.
he's All the more commendable his speed
Yeah,
and dexterity.
it's only a slight handicap.
Erlon, your go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna charge in and be like, your terror ends here, and I like go into flank.
Okay.
And since he's surrounded, I'm just gonna hack right at his back.
Yeah.
The great weapon attack,
Do it.
reckless attack. That is going to be 18.
Yes.
Nice.
So that's 7 plus 14, 21
Nice.
damage
All
on the
right.
first attack. Bring it around for like an overhand chop right into like the back of his like collarbone. And that is only a 15.
No, he barely manages to evade that one. You cut right over his head. Which brings us to Vorkin, who looks down at the immovable rod by his feet and goes, "I am an idea!" It's a 25 to move an immovable rod, right?
I think so, yeah.
5.
Jesus.
He, bending the rod for a moment, lifts his leg and kicks it into the air. Ting, 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 ting. It falls to the ground before you, Gilroy, rolls right up beside you. And then he's going to be taking some legendary actions. I think he's going to attack Leander. 22.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Yep.
19. The 2 hit. There's the normal one. 6 with your armor.
You actually get resistance because of Walther being there. Because he has to hit me.
Right.
If he attacks me, it's normal damage, but if he attacks anybody else...
So 3 there.
Yeah.
And 8 on the next one, the critical hit, due to your resistance. Walter getting up in the way, managing to evade a lot of the power of these jabs towards Leander. Vorkin. Spirits long dead! Which brings us to Gilroy.
I look at the immovable rod at my feet, sort of in dismay. Sorry. We'll try and shrink them.
What kind of save is this?
Constitution.
He succeeds.
Damn it. That's all I got.
Melee!
I'm gonna use sharpshooter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, there's nothing I can really give Gilroy or anything like that. No, I missed both times.
Alright. Which is going to bring us to Leander.
Might as well try, right? I'll use Compelled Duel on him.
Alright. The dual combo.
Actually works
dual
really
and
well
protection,
with,
yeah. You can succeed. 19.
I'll try and make some attacks here. Come on, Leander. No. Nat 20!
Yes!
It's gonna be a level 2 Divine Smite.
So you have to tell me how much of the damage is slashing and how much of it is divine. Radiant.
Does it matter if it's magic or not? No,
Yeah, he's
right?
raging.
That ignores magic.
He's been taking half damage from all piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning, so...
So that's gonna be 11 from the slashing.
Okay.
Right. Or was it, for the slashing, is it 1 times 2 or 2?
It's...
2 separate rolls.
No, it's just... Yeah, times it by 2.
Okay.
Whatever you rolled.
6 then. So,
Okay.
that sucks. But, 17 damage from the
Nice.
Divine Smite.
And that pierces right through his rage. And finally, cutting sword actually slashes into his arm, bleeding away and leaving a gash. Which brings us to Jantel. Who will make an attempt, at least. You get a hit. You're gonna try and poison him. You roll a natural 1. He's poisoned. Gentel jabs him in the back of the leg, right into his thigh, and you watch as the dark iron dagger glows green for a moment. And Vorkin looks down. What? What? He is now poisoned. And he is going to be taking a full 3 points of damage. Erlon.
Yeah, so with him surrounded, I look at everybody and I just feel so inspired by everybody with me on this after so long.
Mhm.
And Walter blocking Leander, and I just bring down the most strength I've probably ever tried to bring down on the sword before.
All right.
Onto him. So reckless attack. Meh. 11.
Nay.
But I'm
Too
gonna.
overwhelmed.
I'm overwhelmed with emotion and
Yeah.
battle fury, and I'm just gonna go in for a regular attack now.
Okay.
15.
Oh, just barely he manages to evade that strike, dodging beneath it. His torn cloaks flapping about. Which brings us to Vorkin, who will turn towards you. You almost had me. Almost! A miss, a hit, and a hit. You'll be taking 14 damage in your rage from those 2 jabs. Which is going to bring us to Gilroy.
Well, damn.
Well, I think I'll pull out my dagger and thrust it at Vorkin, unleashing a magic missile.
Okay?
3, in fact. That landed upside down. It was a D4.
Impossible! Max damage!
This
5 damage!
I did roll the max damage, so
15?
yeah, 15.
Oh yes, yeah, it is because it's plus 3. Yeah.
Well done. Melee. He's looking slower.
Keep pouring it on him.
Yeah. So he's sharpshooter. 14.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, still sharp.
just one hit would be able to
Nine.
kill him. Like,
No, he's not going down that easy as he dodges around the arrows that fly down from the watchtower. Leander.
Torm, give me strength here. Taking a swing at him. No. Taking another swing. No.
Alright. Gentel will slash at him with a dagger. You gonna hit? For her max damage of 4 damage. Erlon.
So yeah, I go in again for just 2 normal slashes. Just as he's weaving, I'm trying to predict his movements.
Yeah, more control.
Yeah. 11.
Yeah.
The first one. Second one is a 22.
Yes!
12 damage.
Nice.
Alright.
And then I just yell, "Just give up!"
You see him. He seems to be contemplating reaching into a satchel by his waist. But instead, he looks to you, Erlon, and he goes, Never! I am in the minds of all true Sarangarians! A hit. A hit. And a miss. You've taken 15 points of damage from those 2.
So close to being down.
Another 2 quick kicks towards you. Leave you bending over and gasping for breath for a moment, which brings us to Gilroy.
What do you got?
Do I have anything that can, like, knock his satchel down for whatever's in there?
No. I think I'll just level my staff and cast magic missile again.
Okay.
I've once again used up all my real good stuff.
That is the hallmark of a good adventure.
6 damage.
Oof.
Damn.
Melee.
Could I try and shoot off the satchel?
Oh, sure, you can
Like,
try.
I don't know how it's attached to him, if it's
It's around
easily.
his waist, it seems, somehow. Like, it might be a alchemical satchel pocket?
We're gonna try and hit that instead of him.
Okay.
22 for, right?
Oh, yeah.
Total?
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
22.
Okay. Never throw damage.
Nice.
Okay. There's a cackling laugh as you hit the satchel, and poof, a great bit of smoke arises out of it.
Oh, so I didn't quite hit it off. Just kind of.
You pierced
Hit
it,
it.
and no, it hits the ground,
Yeah.
but its contents spill open. Everyone who was around
Sorry.
him, you can throw dexterity or perception.
Throw perception.
Yes.
Doesn't matter either way. I'll do perception.
Damn it.
It's natural
Bad
one.
idea.
Natural 1.
Corey.
Are you serious? Me and you?
So you guys turn to see Vorkin climbing
My
atop the
God.
palisade. He gives a final bow and goes, "Our time ends soon, friends."
I still have another attack.
Oh,
Can I
yeah,
put
shoot
it
him, shoot him! You see him crawling up the way.
Oh man.
Alright, I'm gonna
Please
use-
kill him in his monologue. Please.
Funny.
So I'm using sharpshooter?
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, Bailey. No,
Nope.
not
I
one!
missed horribly.
It's a lot of ones.
This is ridiculous.
Oh man.
3 ones and like 1 reaction. Is
I'll
basically-
give you advantage because you shoot him while he's climbing, so his movements are more predictable.
14.
No, it goes sinking into the wall right next to his hand as he climbs on over. He goes, "Next time."
Well, I kind of ruined that for you.
No,
Okay.
don't worry, it was going that way anyway. Tell the Jarl. Tell him I'm dead. And I'll see you in River's End. With that, he seemingly falls back into the woods, into the tree line.
I tell him no one likes you. They're all like, whatever from the thing, and I'm just, no one likes you.
And seemingly, he
Bad
disappears.
idea.
You're left in a quiet fort. The only living adversary, your knocked out true Sauron over there.
Nah, melee.
I'm gonna,
Just plunking it
Finish
on.
that job?
yeah.
Alright.
Should I roll for damage?
No, you got
Just
him.
got-
It's a coup d'etat. Coup de
Alright.
grace. Coup de craw. Wow. Coup de something.
Coup de grace.
There we
Yeah.
go. Not craw. Sound like a crustacean version. You guys reconverge in the middle of this fortress, breathing heavily, thinking about what just happened, how close you came.
So, who sent us here? I don't quite remember.
Gentel.
Gentel.
I think Leander's probably goes, if I could break this sword, I would.
Yantel's standing there with her dagger in hand, just shaking, looking on towards the structure over this way. She goes, "We almost had him!" But she takes a deep breath and looks around. I believe the true Sauron are defeated. Indeed. The forces were not so great as we had imagined past Nold. They made their way towards River's End, but many abandoned the fight. And now, with the retreat of Vorkin once again, I don't think anyone will follow his ideas. The Jarl will return soon. Vorkin will be there. That's where we'll finish this once and for all. I think you all did a good job today. We deserve some rest. You guys head on back.
Yep.
Is there anything in the campsite?
Alien search. You can throw an investigation real quick, yeah.
I'm just pounding my fists into the dirt, bleeding them.
It's gonna be good.
20.
Yeah, no, definitely. There was hidden bits of raided loot quite a bit throughout this space. It seems to be about 2,000 in gold.
Okay, thanks.
Hand out the gold.
Yeah.
Inside of this larger structure here, it's nearly a makeshift temple. It seems like it had an altar of sorts, and as if Vorkin was giving sermons, though it's not known to be particularly religious. Might have just been a way of him to keep his men inspired in what he was doing. Anything more you guys would like to do here?
I mean, can I roll religion just to see if I could see what gods or ancestors or whatever he was trying to
Sure.
give sermons about?
Oh, yeah.
No, not one. No, I wasn't in there.
No, yeah, you just never checked.
All right,
That looks like a temple.
Come on, Erlon, throw the torches on.
Actually, I probably wouldn't because there's too much forest close by.
Good point.
Wah.
It's gonna rain. It'll be.
And with a single explosive barrel.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we blew up the whole thing, but you don't want to throw a torch.
Well, I don't want to burn the whole thing down because this is lining the forest.
Just burn it down.
You guys trek back to River's End to see the end of this adventure. And thanks so much for joining us for episode 11, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those climactic fights. We're nearing the end of season 1. TJ, throw us the plugs.
Thanks so much for joining us, guys. The Lands of Alaire, is shot at our comic and game shop, the Freakopolis Geekery in Whitehall, New York. We sell all sorts of modern comics and role-playing games and tabletop games and collectibles and things. You can find Ian and I here behind the counter 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday. You can also find us online at Facebook, freakopolis.com, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. We're all over the place. Search Freakopolis.
What about Joined by Gaming?
We are Joined by Gaming. We promote equality and positivity in the gaming community. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram as Joined by Gaming. We raise money for a local children's hospital, so you can find the link on both those sites.
Coolio. So yeah, Joined by Gaming on Facebook or Instagram, Freakopolis, just about anywhere. A final thank you to our crew who puts in an incredible amount of work to make sure that this show happens every week. And if you haven't followed us, a final reminder to follow and like this video if you're watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, we got a t-shirt giveaway coming up.
Oh, yeah, we do.
At 200 followers.
Yep.
We'll give you a t-shirt from the Freakopolis
Look
Geekery.
a lot like what's behind this DM screen all the time.
You'll be entered to win a t-shirt from the Freakopolis Geekery.
All our followers will have a chance. So finally, have a good night, everyone, and we will see you next Sunday here on Twitch.